Hello everybody, welcome back to another video. Today I'm going to be ranking every single Zelda game from S tier to D tier. This is based off compared to other Zelda games, so not video games in general. If they were ranked on video games, the worst would be like a B tier video game. So, with all that out of the way, let's get into this. And the format I'm not using like a tier list maker because all the other ones I looked at had a ton of ads and I don't want you guys to see ads. So I used this wonky Google Docs thing with ChatGPT telling me every single Zelda game. So I hopefully didn't miss any. I'm not including remakes. So with all that out of the way, let's hop into this. First, we have Zelda 1. Zelda 1 is interesting because this game was like the first Zelda game they ever released. So obviously, it revolutionized video games in general. But I'm still gonna have to put this game into C tier, or I'm gonna have to put this game into D tier, just because. Well, sure. Like, oh, sorry about my. Okay, there we go. Sorry about my feedback. But I'm still gonna have to put this game into D tier because it's kind of wonky to play. The controls don't feel that great, and I haven't beat every single Zelda game on this. I beat like half of them, and this is the one I have not beat this one. I got to like level 6 or 7, I think. But I never ended up beating the game because I rage quit because it got too difficult. It is an unfair game. That's another reason it's in D tier. And it feels super wonky to play, like I said. And the dungeons, they're not that great. They're fine. Next we have Zelda 2. Zelda 2, I'm gonna put right under Zelda 1. Under Zelda 1, not over. I would rather play Zelda 1 really any day of the week. But it's just because Zelda 2 is way harder, and the side-scrolling doesn't really work for Zelda games. Though I do like what they tried to have Zelda be like an RPG, but it just doesn't really work out that great with Zelda games. So yeah, but I do like that they tried something new. Next we have a Link to the Past. This game is an easy S tier to me. This game is it's so incredible. This game was really the first like Zelda game. This game, you could argue that this revolutionized Zelda more than Zelda 1, which is kind of crazy. Like, this game is just so good. This is my most beat video game ever. I beat it like 10 to 15 times at this point. It's so good. If I had one thing to say that could put it down a bit, it is quite hard. But it's not unfair hard like Zelda 1 is, even though it still can get pretty difficult at times. It is a amazing game. Next, we have Link's Awakening. And when we have remakes of games, not like Link to the Past and Link to New Worlds, I am including the best version of the game, in my opinion. So Link's Awakening, it has to be the Switch one. This game is so close to being A tier, but for me, it's just not A tier yet. It has to go in B tier, just because, well, it's a great game, and it's a great Zelda game in general, but it is just, I don't know, something about it. It's a bit different, I guess, which is not a bad thing. Just the gameplay feels really good. Now that I'm actually hearing every good thing about this game, I'm gonna put it in A tier. Okay. This game is really good. I don't know why I was gonna put it in B tier. This game is a really good Zelda game. So far we only have an S tier, a B tier, a C tier, we have an S tier, an A tier, and D tier. But that is not gonna change with our next one, because our next one is Ocarina of Time. Ocarina of Time for me is so good. This game I played the heck out of on my 3DS. Yes, the 3D version is better. I still remember the first time I beat the game, and I used to when I was a kid. I used to always become Adult Link, do the Forest Temple, and sometimes do the Fire Temple, and then I'd restart. I don't know why I've heard of other people doing that as well. I don't really know why we did it though. But yeah, this game, easy S tier. It's I don't know if it's above Link to the Past. My opinion on which one's better changes regularly, but for now, since I've replayed Link to the Past more recently, actually I replayed them both quite recently, I'd say Link to the Past is slightly better. That's gonna be a really hot take, and just so you know, this video is just my opinion. Don't get too mad at me for my opinions. I'm not taking in anybody else's opinion, just mine. Next, we have Majora's Mask. This game is so close to being S tier, but I would say, it barely misses the mark. The dungeons are great. The dungeons are really good. And I say the 3D version is better, but why did they remove the swimming mechanic? If you don't know, in the original Majora's Mask, when you swam, you go really fast all the time, and you'd have this blue thing around you, and that means you go super fast all the time. In the 3D version, they made that blue thing around you, it would take magic in the 3D version. So, honestly, just that, and the Great Bay Temple not being that good, kind of makes it put it into A tier, but it's really, wait, this game's better than, Link's Awakening. Wait, shoot, okay, give me a second to fix this, problem. Okay, we're back. So the next Zelda game on our list is Oracle of Ages and Oracle of Seasons. I'm combining these games because they're both really similar. And I am going to put these games into C tier. The only thing I have to say about these games is give me a remake. Please, Nintendo. Like, these games would be so much better if they had a remake. And just because of it, I just feel like the controls are kind of clunky. The gameplay isn't that great. The dungeons are actually pretty good. And I haven't beat either of these games, but I know the story of all these other games and how the rest of the game plays out, of really all of them. So, but if I'm missing something later in the game and I haven't beat the game, please tell me, because then maybe I can redo my list around these. And the ones I haven't beat, I'm planning on going through this year and try to beat these games. Next we have Four Swords. Four Swords I've not played with any other people. I've only played it on my 3DS for the anniversary edition of the game. So, but I can't really rank this game because, yeah, I have played it by myself, but that doesn't really, the experience isn't the same if you're playing it with friends. I'll probably get around to playing it with one of my friends someday. None of them have a Game Boy Advance, but I have two Game Boy Advances, so we can make that work. I can buy an extra copy. So I'll get to Four Swords eventually, but for now, I can't rank the game because I really, truly haven't played it. Next, we have Wind Waker. Now, this might make some people, this is probably going to be my biggest hot take in the entire video, but this game is a bit better than Link's Awakening. That might sound kind of crazy, but it's kind of mid-A tier. I really like Wind Waker. Just something about the game doesn't hit. I don't know what it is. Maybe it's going around on my boat, even though they made the sail better. The dungeons are pretty good. Just the one thing that takes it back is the Triforce quest. This took me so long to beat when I first replayed it. And even when I'm replaying it now on Switch Online, it's still, the Triforce side quest puts it in A tier, not S tier. I know some people like it. I just don't really like it that much, and that's why it's not higher. Okay. And yeah, that's probably going to be a big hot take, and there will be better games in A tier. It's just not S tier for me. It's just not an S tier. I hope you guys can take that opinion well. Next we have Four Sword Adventures. This is probably going to be my first B tier of the video. And I've only played this by myself, but that's because this game actually doesn't work terribly when you play it by yourself. It works pretty good actually. And this is actually a quite good game. It has pretty good dungeons. It actually feels great to play when you're like rolling around. That's something I really like about Minish Cap, which is next. And yeah, it's just a phenomenal. Not phenomenal. Why did I say phenomenal? It's a pretty good Zelda game. It'd probably be better if I played it with other people, but playing by yourself, like I said, is pretty good. And the items are pretty good. I like how you switch off with your items. Um, but yeah, that's really all I have to say about Forest Adventures. We're moving on to Minish Cap. Minish Cap is my most recent Zelda game that I've beat. I beat it only a couple days ago. So yeah, so this opinion might not be correct because it's still landing on me. But I am going to put this game in S tier. This game is so good. Everything about it is just incredible. The dungeons are some of the best in the entire series. None of them are like mid. Like no dungeons are mid. All the other Zelda games have that. Even like actually Link to the Past might not have that. But this is like my lowest S tier of the video. But actually wait. No, we just think. Oh, I stumbled on Link to the Past is amazing. Isn't amazing. But yeah, I just really love Minish Cap. Though that, like I said, that might just because I just beat the game for the first time, and it hasn't really been able to sit with me. So maybe that's why, but I don't think so. This is just a really good game. So yeah. Next we have right here Twilight Princess. We are having two back-to-back S tiers because this game is very, very good. It is above the Minish Cap though. Twilight Princess. One year, this game was all I wanted for my birthday and Christmas. The only thing I wanted, and it delivered. Twilight Princess is so good. Like, I got the HD version for my birthday, and yeah, it's just an incredible game. The dungeons are really good. Some of the best we've seen in the series, especially Arbiter's Grounds, is just an incredible dungeon. The bosses are also great. Just if I just say one thing that kind of puts it down are the stamps. I think it's the stamps in this game. They're not that great. I don't think they work super well. And a dungeon kind of puts this game down. I think that the first dungeon in this game is kind of forgettable, even though it's pretty good. A first dungeon in the game has to like set the tone for the game. It'd be like pretty good. Some people would say that that's not the case in Link to the Past and Ocarina of Time. But I actually would say that those dungeons are really fun to play through, and it has to be like a bit of a shorter dungeon for me. Maybe that's because Twilight Princess is with Link to the Past and Ocarina of Time, and most other Zelda games, the game has to set the tone of the game with the first dungeon. But Twilight Princess has a 1 to 2 hour you play the game for like 1 to 2 hours before getting to the first dungeon, and that's another thing that's not great about the game. And that's also something that's not great about Wind Waker. Even though actually Wind Waker's a bit actually no, Wind Waker's that long, but Forsaken Fortress is pretty fun, which actually might be a hot take. But yeah, that's how I feel about Twilight Princess. It's really good. Next we have Phantom Hourglass. Now, I have not actually played this game on my 3DS or on a DS. I've only played this on the Wii U's Virtual Console, and this game is D tier. I'd say it's behind Zelda 1. I would rather play Zelda 1 than Phantom Hourglass. This game it's just not that good. I think most people can agree. It's kind of clunky to control. The Temple of the Ocean King is bad. The dungeons aren't even that good. I haven't even got that far into the game, but that's because I didn't want to keep playing because it's kind of bad. Same with Zelda 2. Actually, that's why. But Zelda 1 is actually a pretty good game. Actually, well, no, it's not. It's in D tier. Yeah, I would rather play Zelda 1 with Phantom Hourglass. I think you guys probably already know. And the boat isn't that fun to control. Like, in Wind Waker, I guess it was kind of fun to sail around. Especially, only Wind Waker HD when you can go really fast. And I really like shooting a cannon in Wind Waker. That was kind of fun. But in Phantom Hourglass, you just don't do that. You draw a line on your DS, or for me, Wii U, and it just goes. You don't do anything. But yeah, that's really all there is to Phantom Hourglass. Not that great. Next, we have Spirit Tracks. This might be kind of a hot take. Actually, I don't know if this is that much of a hot take. But I am going to be putting Spirit Tracks in C tier, above Oracle of Ages and Seasons. Spirit Tracks is a lot better than Phantom Hourglass. I think most people can agree on that. Mostly because it doesn't have Temple of the Ocean King. But yeah, Spirit Tracks, it feels way better to control the train than it does to control the boat of Phantom Hourglass. The dungeons are better in Spirit Tracks, and the tower. I don't even remember the tower that you go to after beating a dungeon. I don't even remember what it's called in Spirit Tracks. But that's actually quite a bit better than Temple of the Ocean King. And yeah, it's quite a bit better. But I would still rather play Four Sword Adventures over Spirit Tracks, which is actually, you guys are probably gonna get kind of mad at me for putting it that high, but that's just how I feel about it. Next we have Skyward Sword. Skyward Sword for me is an easy A tier, maybe S tier. I think it's below Wind Waker. Just I still think Wind Waker is an incredible game, but it is a bit worse than Wind Waker. Skyward Sword is just really good. I think Skyward Sword is a great Zelda game. The dungeons also are really good. And there is quite a bit of stuff you have to do before getting to the next dungeon. In some Zelda games, it can feel like dungeon, dungeon, dungeon. This game's like dungeon, space, dungeon, space. Kind of. Well, yeah, it's kind of like that in the earlier dungeons, but in the later dungeons, it kind of falls off from that. Besides from having to do the what's it called, where you go into like the place and you have to get those like flower pieces to get like the hook shots in Linearu and the dragon scale and the forest area. I cannot remember names of anything right now. So yeah, that's Skyward Sword. Skyward Sword's a great game. Next we have Link Between Worlds, and this is another S tier. This game it's so hard if this is above or below Link to the Past. For me, they are equal video games. They're obviously the two most similar Zelda games ever created. I think both people could agree on that. It's just so good. Like, it's just an incredible game. It fixes some problems with Link to the Past, even though Link to the Past doesn't have the most issues. Though, something about Link to the Past. Maybe it's nostalgia. I actually have nostalgia for both these games. I just think they're equal games. No is better than the other. So yeah, that's how I feel about it. Triforce Heroes. I don't think anybody's gonna disagree with this take. But this game is going to go into D tier. Maybe that's because I played it by myself, because I don't have any friends that own a 3DS. Actually, no, I do, but they wouldn't play with me because, yeah. Okay, Triforce Heroes. It's just not a fun video game, and yeah, I would rather play Phantom Hourglass than this. It's not that fun. It's more like levels than actual like open world. Even though most Zelda games aren't even open world, you get what I mean by open world. Triforce Heroes just really isn't that. It's just not that fun of a game. Maybe that's because I haven't played it with friends, like I said, but it's not that fun. Like the other games in D tier have big issues, but they're still kind of fun to play. Triforce Heroes isn't that. The game is just not fun. Like, it's not that fun to play, even though it's still a B tier video game in general. Okay, next we have Breath of the Wild and Tears of the Kingdom. These games are surprising. Not a single person. Both these games are going into S tier. But we'll start with Breath of the Wild. Breath of the Wild. I still remember the day the Switch came out. The original Switch came out. With this game, oh my goodness, I played the heck out of this game. It's just such a good game. It's the second best Zelda game. Since I said it's the second best Zelda game, you probably know it's. Well, actually, if you watch my channel, you know what my number one Zelda game is gonna be. And Breath of the Wild, it's so incredible. It is just Ocarina of Time, but better. It's actually, I don't know, it's not that much like Ocarina of Time. It's just, my favorite genre of video games are open world games. Those are the best video games, in my opinion. Besides the Zelda games, they are. And this is a perfect, almost perfect open world game. And it's just so good. Now, time for my favorite video game ever created, Tears of the Kingdom. I love Tears of the Kingdom so much. This game is just, Tears of the Kingdom is just Breath of the Wild, but better. I probably have quite a bit too much S tiers. I might move Twilight Princess and Minish Cap to A tier, actually. Yeah, I'm actually gonna do that right now. Just Breath of the Wild and Tears of the Kingdom. both, like I said. But Tears of the Kingdom is better, I'd say. I don't think most people would disagree with that. Though actually, I've been seeing quite a bit of videos saying Breath of the Wild's better than Tears of the Kingdom. And well, like I see it, but no. For me, Tears of the Kingdom is better. Tears of the Kingdom just takes everything amazing that Breath of the Wild did and made it one level better. And that's what Tears of the Kingdom is. It's the best video game ever made. And I don't know if my opinion will ever change on that unless they make a Tears of the Kingdom 2 or Breath of the Wild 3. Well, you're done with this tier list. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. And I took a month break off. It was the summer. I had a ton of vacations going on. So I didn't have that much time to post videos. But yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I'll see you next time. Goodbye.